Is there anything she can't do? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Emily Blunt moments.
And she went, no, I don't. she said, when I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the funniest or sweetest moments that make this actress so lovable. We're focusing on pop culture moments, so any movie roles, however much we love them, will not be considered.
Okay, there's fog outside, I'm about to go.
Oh, Red.
Number 10, hosting SNL, Saturday Night Live.
First kissing, I will kiss, but only with this amount of tongue.
In recent years, Emily has taken on more serious dramatic roles, so it was a real treat to watch her let loose as the host of Saturday Night Live. Her monologue was wholesome and uplifting, and of course, who wouldn't want a free puppy?
We gotta pump up the happy even more. Keenan and Cecily, bring in the puppies!
She introduced us to some wonderful new characters, with highlights including a parody of The Great British Bake Off, playing an unconventional escort, and cleverly slipping in a promotion for the girl on the train into a sketch. She's charming and funny, and her dynamic with the cast makes us hope she will be back again soon.
Does this mean we don't win the prize money?
There isn't any prize money.
The prize is the honor of being the best baker and being British.
No money? Then why do we care?
Number 9, playing Box of Lies, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
You got a little bit more of your British accent on that one. A little mustard, as you say.
If I sound like you, I have a problem.
A trip to Jimmy Fallon's show usually involves the guest taking part in some sort of game, and this visit wasn't any different. Emily outsmarts Jimmy in Box of Lies when he tries to get her to reveal her strategy, and her competitive streak always keeps her one step ahead of the host.
It's a pepperoni.
Oh my goodness. You lie!
You suck!
Despite Fallon and the audience constantly cracking up, she keeps calm, cool, and collected. We may be able to see what she's looking at, but she's so convincing that we're still hanging on to her every word.
It is a My Little Pony with a syringe stuck in it.
Number 8, supporting the American Institute for Stuttering.
I think that the wonderful thing about being a stutterer is that I think that it does make you more human.
Growing up, Emily struggled with a stutter, but one of her teachers pushed her toward acting in an effort to help her overcome the problem, after picking up on the fact that she loved putting on funny voices.
I used to do a lot of funny voices and funny accents because I could speak more fluently if I didn't sound like me.
Nowadays, she uses her position as a public figure to raise awareness, and is an active board member of the American Institute for Stuttering, even occasionally taking on the role of Mistress of Ceremonies at their gala events. She's a great role model and shows young people everywhere that they should never feel limited by their condition.
And it resonated with me so much that the work that AAS do is only positive and it's only emboldening, and it doesn't mask or try to stifle the stutter. It sort of meets it head on and high-fives it. So it was a wonderful day.
Number 7, fundraising with a double date video.
I'm Emily Blunt, and this is my husband, John Krasinski.
It's always great when celebrities show support for a good cause, and Emily and John have their own special way of doing so. To raise money for the Malala Fund, they created a dating video to invite one lucky couple to join them at the premiere of A Quiet Place.
And we just wanna kick it with you. Casual, who cares?
Who cares? Just a couple of chillers doing chill stuff in a laid back and relaxed manner.
Their enticing attempts progress from awkward to desperate to threatening, and Emily tries to shut it down when John announces their rather unfortunate couple name.
But it's cool if you only know us by our celebrity couple name, Crunt.
No.
It's a fun and unique way to raise money for a good cause, and who wouldn't want to go on that date?
Oh, that felt good.
Yeah. The Crunts, do it again.
No.
Number 6, playing Heads Up, The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Ellen challenges Emily Blunt to a game of Heads Up, only to up the ante by giving Emily a certain phrase to say in different accents, and it is on. Emily seems terrified, but Ellen is convinced that being British somehow gives her an advantage, and perhaps she's right, because Emily nails each one impeccably.
Oh my God, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? You know what I mean?
Is that New York? Is
How
that
you
Brooklyn?
doing? No,
Is it Jersey?
It's a little further north. It's further
Boston?
north. Yeah.
Yes.
Ellen is clearly enjoying the game, as she makes Emily go on long after she's figured them out. She takes on German, Russian, Boston, Valley Girl, and Australian accents, and we definitely don't need to see the answers to guess correctly.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck wood? It's so cold. We wear these furry hats.
Russian.
Yes.
Number 5, giving her Power of Women speech.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. It just moves me.
Emily is an underrated icon of female empowerment. In 2018, she spoke at Variety's Power of Women event, where she talked about how important it is to educate girls and the joy she gets from watching her own daughter's head being filled with knowledge.
And I see in her, and now in our youngest daughter, too, that they yearn to learn. They crave it.
It's an engaging speech where you can see how passionately she feels about this subject, and how much she cares about empowering girls around the world. Perhaps she's not quite viewed as a trailblazer on the topic yet, but she's definitely making an impact.
Because if one girl with an education can change the world, well, we just have to imagine what 130 million can do.
Number 4, becoming an American citizen. Jimmy Kimmel Live.
What does DQ stand for?
In 2015, Emily became an American citizen, but the official test didn't seem thorough enough for some talk show hosts. Ellen decided to celebrate the news by giving her a patriotic scare, but Jimmy Kimmel decided to quiz Emily on the topics that really prove she's a true American.
What are the giant refillable sodas at 7-Eleven called?
It's not like a Slurpee, right?
At least Jimmy's quiz doesn't ask Emily to renounce the Queen of England or ask her if she's ever been a drunkard or a prostitute.
Where they ask me things like, are you a habitual drunkard? And I said, well, I was last night. And my lawyer was in the room and he was like,
The new American citizen fails Jimmy's test, but of course she's so lovable that all is forgiven.
What does MLB stand for?
oh God. I thought you said MIB and I was going to say Men in Black.
No.
So embarrassing.
Number 3, answering Vogue's 73 questions.
Here we are for your 73 question interview. Can't wait, and first of all, if I may be blunt.
Devil Wears Prada fans, this one's for you. For Vogue's 73 Questions web series, Emily channels Miranda Priestley as she takes over Vogue's editor-in-chief for a day. She answers questions about fashion and her career, dishes on becoming Mary Poppins, and attempts a Boston accent, all while calling the shots at the famous fashion magazine.
Good for you, Joe, with your wicked awesome questions and your fancy job in your Vogue offices.
She also reveals her dream ensemble cast.
Benicio del Toro, Dwayne Johnson, Sienna Miller, Emily Mortimer, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, me, cast it, let's do it. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah. We kinda need this movie to be real. Featuring cameos from Stanley Tucci and Anna Wintour, and dropping more Devil Wears Prada references than we can count, this interview is a pure delight.
How do you think this interview went?
I think it went really well. But next time, bore someone else with your questions.
Yeah, but I thought this was going well.
Just kidding.
Number 2, busting out the moves. Lip sync battle. In a much-needed reunion, Emily and Anne Hathaway face off in an epic lip sync battle. When Emily launches into No Diggity, featuring a lap dance for her opponent, it seems like nothing could top it. However, in round 2, she takes the game to a whole new level by miming Piece of My Heart, adorned in a fur coat, sunglasses, and flowers. Sadly, she doesn't win, as Hathaway comes in like a wrecking ball and steals the show, but Blunt is a great sport even when she flips her off as she swings across the stage. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Stick around. We've got a great show.
Stick around, we've got a great show.
Stick around, we got a great show.
Stick around, we've got a great show.
Stick around, we got a great show.
Now breathe your lines to one another. Don't speak, breathe. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Oh, you're not breathing.
Not only were you terrified, and I love that you flinched.
Yes, I
that
did,
was the
yeah.
best bit ever. But that it is your nightmare of people singing at you.
Right, yeah, singing right at me is
so
uncomfortable
good.
for me.
Number 1. Crooning Romeo and Juliet the Musical, The Late Late Show with James Corden. While catching up with James Corden on The Late Late Show, the pair performed an abridged musical version of the Shakespearean classic.
Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Dance. I wanna feel the heat with somebody.
Blunt definitely takes the mini musical in stride, and considering it's unlikely that she would have had much rehearsal time, pulls the performance off spectacularly.
With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. Your toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of your poison paradise.
It's clear to see that Emily is having the time of her life, and keeps dancing long after the skit ends. We already knew she could sing, but hey, now we're ready to see Emily and James take to the stage together for a full-length musical show.
Can't give anymore.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.